Yo, what up guys, Raw Scalps here, and in this video I'm reviewing Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. Alright, so this movie is just a continuation of the one that came out a few years ago. Godzilla and Kong are both on their separate ways, doing their own thing, and Godzilla is kind of the protector of Earth. He roams Earth, and he protects them from any titan that may be lurking. While Kong is basically in Hollow Earth just trying to find his species, and they spend a lot of time on Kong. This is basically like a Kong movie, which I understand because he might be easier to relate to, but for me, someone who likes Godzilla, I felt like Godzilla was sidelined. He was sprinkled throughout the movie, but overall, I think he was just sidelined, and he should have done more. But either way, this movie starts off with them doing their own things, and then eventually realizing that there's a threat coming, and that they need to be ready for it. And the movie doesn't waste time getting into it. I'd say the first 20 minutes they're already talking about how there's a threat and how Godzilla's preparing for it. And along with that, they show Kong meeting Curious George, and when he meets him, that's like a eye opener for him, and he wants him to bring him back to the other apes. And so Curious George brings him back. And Kong realizes it's not all that he thought. And the Curious George character, I think that his arc that he has with Kong, it was good. It was good. At first, you don't know what to expect, but I think they fleshed it out good. And just the dynamic between him and Kong's arc. But they spend a lot of time with Kong and Curious George, and then sprinkle in a little Godzilla, and then some human subplot, and that's the movie. And some of the things I liked in this movie was that dynamic between Kong and Curious George. But the fight scenes towards the end, or towards some of the middle of the movie, were good. And just seeing the creatures in general, what kind of movie you're getting when you go to one of these. It's just something where it's not believable. So you really just have to turn your brain off and just watch the movie for what it is, just monsters fighting. I could critique this movie hard, but I feel like there's just no fun in that. If it was Dune, however... No, I'm just messing, but those are just some of the things I liked. And I'd say the things that held it back a little bit was the fact that Godzilla was sidelined. Godzilla, man, he's such a powerful being, and I think they nerfed him. He was just too strong. What are you going to do with him? They really just made it a Kong story, which if you like Kong, you'll like this one a lot. But for people who like Godzilla more like me, I just felt like we were robbed of some more Godzilla. And, part of the movie, the human aspect of it, kind of reminded me of, Journey to Mysterious Island, where it's just a group and they're traveling this place where they've never been and encountering ancient civilizations. I don't know, we've seen it before. I'm not gonna say it was bad, but this is something, if I had to nitpick. And I think the main thing besides Godzilla is the villain. The villain, I just think, is in the trailers, he looks way more intimidating, especially in the first trailer, where he's just sitting down in his chair, his eyes are glowing, you're kind of intimidated. You're like, dang, this monkey or whatever looks like it can take Kong out. But in the movie, he's more of he's not necessarily strong. He just controls something that's strong. Along with that, though, the final fight, yes, it was great. You had all, Godzilla, Kong, and everyone else in it. But I just feel like it was underwhelming a little bit because of the villain not being as strong as I thought it would be. So that was kind of a letdown, but overall, this movie was solid. It was fun, entertaining. I'd say this movie is enjoyable if you know what you're going for, right? If you're going into this expecting some Dune 2 level performance, well, I don't want to disappoint you guys, but it'll be better than that. All right, I'm joking, but this movie is just fun. If I had to rate it, I would say it's a piston cup. It's worthy to go watch in the movies. With that being said, guys, I just want to say thank you all for watching this movie review. And comment down below if you saw this movie and if you agree or disagree. I'd be curious to know. And with that being said, thank you all again. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.